but you just refresh her, pop another one. It's like, okay, where's your second Winter's Curse, you poor support player? Ha! I gotcha. You know, 50-minute timing, but you get there eventually. I hope to see even more creative uses, like you said, though they have been limiting that, I feel like. They don't let as many items disassemble now.
Well, we're going to see the fight for the
Monkey.
Wisdom Runes as no
Getting
one
real
makes the
low.
rotation over, and he's going to pay for that one with his life. A very nice move in with the use of the coil. The rest of the team showing up. Going to grab Ducalis as well. Double kill for Nisha, plus the Wibble, the Wisdom Shrine, but they intercept them mid rotation, and that is a huge play from them.
Yeah, hard read from them, but they also have a ward in their triangle that I think saw it, so just good moves from Liquid, good preparation. An aggressive play here, but it's actually Saberlight that is getting punished. You have to be very careful when you dive a Winter Wyvern. They thought they could do it with all these Eidolons, but instead, 2 kills now going over to PARIVISION, kind of making up for that failed Wisdom Shrine. Oh,
Well,
cancel at the last second. Channel back. One more time.
We're going to see a potential gank in the bottom lane instead. Great call down in from Mickey with the coil. DM drops the roar. Does not get quite as much move speed as you used to. So Nisha will find that one. Meanwhile, 9 class maybe getting baited, chasing Boxy through this bottom area as they just need a little bit of damage, and they got it.
Honestly, there's not much else you're going to do in the early game as Nyx anyways. And maybe another kill onto Saberlight here. He has Black Hole, but I don't think you're getting anything out of it if you use it here. Buying a little time running into the little side stream here, but at the end of the day, can't get away from the slows from the Winter Wyvern and against like Splinter Blast, the various other AoEs. So you can use it to push the towers faster, especially now that it can't be one-shot by Mind Flare.
Uh-oh, mid lane in some trouble here. They do actually have the Cold Embrace still. They will drop it, but the call down from Mickey, like we said, that's the hybrid damage you need.
Earlier, if he's allowed to hit, he certainly does the damage, and you have to get the defusal. It's just kind of, you need some kind of early damage, quick kill onto Toby. Like, there you go. You know, he can contribute in ways like that to a safe position. So I think this facet is what allowed him to have a solid recovery in the laning stage. Big fight going on here. Saberlight.
He's surviving for now in that mid tower. It does end up dying. 9 class barely getting out of this one. Coil will be dropped here onto the Terrorblade. He's going to need a little bit of help. It's hard. It's a rough one to Cold Embrace because Nisha is ready to go, but in comes 9 class, does connect onto the stun, the roar, but now the Dawnbreaker coming in, trying to bail him out. The Winter's Curse, but it's not enough damage. Now 9 class gets us by Carapace, but he's not going to survive. Big call down takes down another. 3 dead on PARIVISION as Liquid bringing the pressure now. Great counter to the Dawnbreaker, which is why they pick it up. But the idea to just move this into a support and then suddenly like this huge amount of damage that you would typically expect to return on that is just not happening. DM bottom lane getting ganked from Boxy, but DM a little bit too strong. Helm of the Dominator creep did a lot of work. Black Hole came out topside as Satanic and Ducalis will chase him down. Now,
get him,
bottom
creeps.
Lane. Nice Hurricane back there from DM. Still chasing here for no one, potentially. Up into the tree.
Did he not see him?
Or maybe the silence. Coil connects. It's going to be close. I think he's got him. Yeah, just cuts the tree instead, thanks to the Celestial Hammer. And Nisha seemingly not done chasing here. Going to send that curveball on forward, looking for DM. No, he's just going to settle for the Helm Dom creep, give himself another 120 gold. FISSURE Universe event. Saberlight top side, gonna find the Monkey King. This is rough for no one if he actually can just stay on top of him, but we'll see. He turns around with the defusal there to get some distance from these units. Bramble into the Terrorize. Yeah, that is a dead Monkey King. Nowhere to go. Very easily set up just from the Eidolons and
yeah, they don't get a kill, but that was Liquid Smoke, so in a way, you kind of didn't give anything up, unless you do. How did he even see that, actually?
There's a ward behind the mid-tier 2.
Cure that with the Aegis onto him now.
Oh, nice stun from 9 class. Nisha in some trouble, goes for the silence, and gets out for the moment, but yeah, the stun is there to follow it up. 9 class on just a sliver of HP. Nisha with the revival there from the Aegis will finish the job, but he's also still looking for more. Not going to have Coil up to cancel the TP anyway, so Winter Wyvern will survive.
Streak there. That's not how you expected to lose the Aegis so quickly. They weren't able to get a ton of value out of it, but they could kill Monkey King again down here. Yeah. No one is having a rough game this time.
This might be the kind of toughest performance we've seen out of him almost ever. We're going to be able to see the Black Hole come out here in this top lane. With all of these creeps, DM should go down, and he does. The Roar on the mark. Now, the Nyx Assassin did manage to cancel Dawnbreaker's ult, like the same frame it showed up, which was... Saberlight. Oh, he cuts the Monkey King tree.
Oh, no. Death
a
number
2-hero
8.
Terrorize? He doesn't even need it. Puck just comes back in and finishes the job.
But maybe I didn't see correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, hunting for Nisha. 9 class wanting some revenge here. Goes to the stun, and he should be able to secure this. Well, yeah, okay. They're like, guys, drop everything to kill him. They finally punish the Puck for his greed, almost for that 1 kill.
10 kill streak. Very worth blowing all your spells for, but it does mean you have to be a little careful as you push up to this tier 2.
Yeah, that call down is doing a lot of work. Satanic does get the Sunder here onto Boxy, but he's going to live as the Black Hole will secure this kill as Satanic, stuck inside the Cold Embrace, going to do his best to stand his ground, but there is no shot, surrounded by the heroes from Liquid, as the missile makes its way over to Ducalis, and Toby quickly going to close the gap there. Black Hole right away and decided to hold it. Now with the TPs coming through, Light does need to be a little bit careful as Satanic somewhat close. Saberlight now out thanks to the defusal, so no Black Hole
actually
available.
Taking no damage. That wasn't even Crimson Guard active.
He's a tanky boy. Dawnbreaker coming in, going to try and buy some time for the Dark Willow, but no, she's still dead. They turn it around here with the Flat Cannon, the call down, a lot happening. 9 class will still die to the Cold Embrace, and now Nisha chasing the support. This is bullying. Illegal in some states. And a coil out here onto the Beastmaster.
Here comes the
Nisha
Black
just
Hole.
doesn't stop. The question is, does he need to stop? They buy back on the Nyx.
Roche should secure you the rest of the game.
Yeah, they just also don't really need... Ooh, nice by Caravisor from 9 class. I was like, they don't really, like, need to risk it right now, right? Waiting for the Roche up their next set of items is probably just, like, the guaranteed way to win this. Ooh, Roar out here. They do manage to take down the Dark Willow. 9 class will survive this initiation as well.
If they want to do that. Yeah, okay. They give it to Nisha so we can keep being aggressive.
No, dude, Boxy's soloing Monkey King. Oh, boy.
Don't look, guys.
Oh, that's a Black Hole. All right, well, it's a solo Black Hole onto 9 class's Nyx Assassin, and he's going to get out of it as a result because of the Cold Embrace. So PARIVISION will not be able to connect on this. Coil, it does connect. No one's forced to BKB and run, but the damage from the
doesn't even matter.
Is just way too much. He just dies.
That's brutal.
Boxy placing wards behind the towers, bottom, will find the Winter Wyvern, a fantastic hero to open on, and with it being, of course, the Dark Willow, she does not care about that Cold Embrace, manages to get the job done. He's dead. They're going to buy back now on the Wyvern. Coil here onto 2. Beastmaster needs to be careful. The coil damage doing quite a bit, but Nisha will have to jaunt away. No one... Big Wukong command here, gets on top of the Gyrocopter. The BKB comes out immediately. Terrorize connects now as well onto the Terrorblade. If they can kill him, that'll be what they're looking for. He does get the Sunder off, but just GG's come out. The rest of the teams are dead. They just have no damage on the side of PARIVISION. Liquid take game 1 very convincingly.
This feels a little bit like the Nisha show this game. I was about to say, here it is. You've got the Doom on your team, so you don't have to worry about that. Spirit Vessel Builder, a little awkward this game. Marcy doesn't like to build that item as a position. They're trying to kill this Darkseer right off the bat. Wrap it around.
Really
see if it's going to pay off.
It's going to be 1 raise, 2 raises, Satanic actually has a hard time getting the third one. The trees make it very difficult without directional move on, but
Run!
He's still in trouble. Another blood grenade, another dispose, and one more auto attack. We'll give it to Satanic, so they do make it work.
There's a couple other things, like maybe the Snot Rocket that would be nice to dispel, but maybe going for a heavier lane punish.
Oh my goodness, top side, Boxy gets punished. Nisha holding his skill point here, debating. He's going to put the second point in Burning Spear. Like I figured he would. They're going to start TPing in some heroes. Ducalis is here. Now, this is going to be a lot of damage. The question is, no, they cannot kill Nisha first, and he will survive, even with the blood grenade taking him down. Boxy gets the D ward. I'll just toss him a quick tango.
Faster-paced Huskar lineup. Can't let them steal Wisdom Shrines. Can't let them get these easy kills. Even pressuring the Ember Spirit with the support, knowing he's jungling, right? And he's going to be super low on his own since he's not a very good jungler this early. Mickey in some trouble here. Fast moves from PARIVISION after the top play doesn't work out.
Yeah, he's trying so hard to get out, but that's a lot of nasal goo and a lot of the fountain. Oh my god. All right, top side. You do have level 6 here on Saberlight. They could look for Satanic. That's exactly what they're going to do, but he's pretty darn fast. The Golem's now going to come out. The surge on in. Saberlight trying to dodge out some of the damage. Fatal Bond. Satanic will live, but there's the vacuum on the Ducalis. So they get one, and they now have the Shadow Fiend aura, so...
Maybe it's just something you adapt game by game, but I don't even feel like he's going to attack that much in this game.
Oh, man. They read it perfectly. They were just trying to force out his Remnant. They do. Nisha was ready and waiting. Takes down the Ember Spirit now top side. Looking to get Satanic out of here. Snowball to dodge the Requiem as they will now chase after him. Trapped inside. The Shard's going to go for the TP. Do they have the damage? They do. Just barely. Saberlight on a killing spree now as they continue to look for more. Boxy doesn't have much at the ready. 9 class will go ahead immediately pop the ult. Try his best to survive. Actually gets the kill. Now looking for Toby. But that is going to be a lot of damage here from this Fatal Bond. Saberlight gets the double. He's having a
bottom
pretty good
lane,
game.
looking for Mickey again.
He has Doom. I don't know if you want to do this. Saberlight's coming in and gets the surge away. Can they body block? Ducalis with a snipe. We'll be able to secure it. Nicely done.
Are they done yet? Surge on cooldown. Can you apply enough Snot Rocket slows?
They have chains. In comes the Dawnbreaker ult. I think they might get him, and a lot of damage from that second Ion Shell, but it's not enough. Nobody else able to join the fight there. Has a blink on the Huskar. Tries to go for the silence right there. Doesn't quite connect. Now looking for 9 class mid. Ends up throwing back the Golem, and a nice movement there onto the ledge so the snowball doesn't connect. But
right, Doom and Huskar should be building a bigger gold lead. However, the scary thing, especially as something like this goes on to really
Nisha.
deep dive thanks to the pick-me-up.
Yeah, I mean, they can keep chasing, right? Yeah, they are going to go and turn this around with Ducalis, or at least try to, but Nisha gets outside of that Solar Guardian. A Requiem to try and fear them away, but both supports down for PARIVISION, and, well, Huskar is just going to TP into the mid lane, and the Solar Crest, but I forgot that, like, barriers aren't, like, 100% anymore. Mickey just taken down so fast topside. Just basically the support Marcy. Unfortunately, Nisha actually off the mark with the silence there as well, but that is a lot of Burning Spear damage.
Extremely punishing on Huskar.
Yeah. Foxy will find Satanic, goes for the shard blocks, but blinks away. Didn't really quite have the backup. Now, mid lane, DM is in really deep. Fatal Bonds can do a decent chunk of damage as Mickey is trying to find his opening, but the Haste Rune for Satanic, the best possible find. That being said, they still managed to get on top of him. Boxy with a snowball going to buy some space. The Doom comes out onto the Bristle instead. Satanic will now be forced to pop the Requiem. So far, only one hero dead. Silence will catch themselves. One, but now, hold on, no one. Can he get away? He can't. He's got no Remnant. He's going to burn. That was like 11 Burning Spears from Nisha.
The relative weakness when you're ahead It's not as big of a deal.
He rushed the Ags.
Blink in, there's the Ag. Reveal, killing the Ember off, dropping the Golem for good measure. Was looking a little close towards the end base. All the timings are lining up. And here's the Ember kill. All right, straight down, get that last tier 2, start poking at this high ground.
I feel like Blitz went into this series and was like, all right, Nisha, we're gonna make you have some fun. We're gonna give you some good to work on this high ground tower. Solar Crest just making it that much safer and easier for him to be able to push. Jump in, Doom comes out, and Shadow Fiend trying to get away here. They do pop the Aegis, but the damage protecting him for now. He'll make it out, but oh my goodness, the rest of the team not so much. A huge Fatal Bonds, and it will end up being the thing that finishes off pretty much over. We'll see what they do. Mid lane, they do find the Bristleback, the Tauntaun over, the Walrus Punch, the Hurricane Pike just to get the distance. DM
11
with
stacks.
the Blade Mail almost finds the kill, but there it is. GG is out. 27 minutes victory here for Liquid. An absolute beautiful game 1 and 2 slick drafts. Sometimes you get 24 pick Huskard. What can you do?
What can you